Hey guys, it's Sekaar, and today I want to go over my magical warden build for update 40. I'm going to do this a little bit quicker. I'm going to move a lot faster than I normally do. Normally on my build videos, I kind of sit down and explain everything, but I'm going to go at a little bit of a faster pace this time because I don't really want to waste your guys' time, and I feel like the faster we do this, the easier it is for you guys. If you like this new style, let me know in the comments below. If you don't, let me know as well. I'd really appreciate all kinds of feedback on that. Also, one last thing, I've been live streaming on YouTube 5 days a week, so come stop by. I live stream now on both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. I stream 5 days a week between Fridays and Tuesdays, so please stop by. I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get on to our character sheet. We're going to be a Breton on our warden. Breton, in my opinion, is best in slot for sustain, so that's why we're doing that. Our attributes: 4 points into magic, 60 points into health, so that's going to help our overall max health resources. Also, we're going to use the Atronach as our Mundus to give us our magic recovery as much as possible. Also, we're going to be using Jewels of Miserable to increase our stim and magic recovery, as well as increasing our max health. Then also Vampire Stage 3, it's going to help our overall tankiness on the build. As far as our gear goes, we're going to be using Order's Wrath as our 5-piece on the body at all times. Order's Wrath is just going to give you a bunch of extra critical percent, and that's awesome. So we're going to be using that. We're also going to be using Magma Incarnate as a 1-piece shoulder with the because the real reason why we're doing that is because that is going to give us extra stam and magic recovery, and I really feel like that's best in slot. And so again, that's medium divines. And the last 5-piece that we're wearing is Rallying Cry, light divines, and that is going to be our back bar set. The reason why we're doing that, it helps our overall tankiness, giving a bunch of crit resist, as well as a little bit of extra weapon and spell damage. So the way our gear breaks down is going to be like this: a heavy helmet for Order's Wrath in Reinforced, a heavy chest piece for Order's Wrath in Reinforced, Magma Incarnate medium divine shoulders, medium Order's Wrath hands in divines, light Rallying Cry sash in divines, medium Order's Wrath boots in divines, and heavy reinforced Order's Wrath legs. And then as well as our jewelry, we're going to be using Rallying Cry in there. We're going to be using 2 jewelry pieces. Both are going to be infused, as you can see, with weapon and spell damage enchantments on it. And then we're also going to be using Death Dealer's Fate. This can increase our max stats as much as possible. That's going to also be infused with a weapon and spell damage enchantment on it. We're also going to be using the Asylum's Ice Staff on our front bar. This is going to be great for your overall damage because we're going to be using Force Pulse on this build, and that is going to hit very, very hard with this. So again, Asylum Ice Staff, you can see I do not have the perfected one. So again, if you don't have that, it's pretty easy to do Asylum on normal. Just do a pug run, go to Craglorn, or with a new group finder, go do that. I really recommend it. It's really nice for this. So again, that's going to be Asylum Ice Staff in charge with a poison damage enchantment on it. And then our back bar is going to be a Rallying Cry Ice Staff with the defending trait on it, with a magic glyph on it as well. As far as our skills go, we're going to be using Force Pulse. This is going to be your spammable on this build. It's going to chunk your enemies nicely, and with Asylum, that's going to really help your damage overall. Bird of Prey, this is going to be your snare removal, and also your Major Expedition, as well as your Minor Berserk. Lotus Blossom is going to increase your critical damage because you're going to get some Major Prophecy and Savagery, so it's going to increase your overall critical percent, Also, it's going to give you healing back. Deep Fissure, this is going to be what you're going to combo your ult with and your combo your main burst with. This is going to give you some nice damage on your enemies. As well as that, you're also going to get Major and Minor Breach, so it's going to reduce their physical spell resistance by 9k about. Fetcher Infection, this is a nice dot to put on your enemies, and you're going to get Minor Vuln on your enemies as well, so it's going to increase their damage taken by 5%. Make sure it's always on them. And then Dawnbreaker of Smiting, this is going to be your ultimate combo your Dawnbreaker with Deep Fissure and hit a Force Pulse at the same time. Boom, that's a lot of damage. Back bar, we're going to be using Polar Wind. This is going to be your main burst heal. The more health you have, the higher tooltip this is going to be, so this is why you build a lot into health for Mag Wardens. Blue Betty, this is going to be your source of major brutality and sorcery, so it's going to increase your weapon spell damage by 20%. Also, you're going to get a negative effect removed from you every 5 seconds. Resolving Vigor, this is a nice 5-second heal over time, so it's going to help you get back up to full health. Also, it's going to give you Minor Resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 3k. Leeching Vines, this is a nice little heal as well every second when you're taking damage. To combo this and Resolving Vigor, this is a really nice double heal over time. Ice Fortress is going to be your source of major resolve, increasing your physical and spell resistance by 6k. Also, you're going to get minor protections, so it's going to reduce your damage taken by 5%. And then also Northern Storm, this is a nice little AoE ultimate to have around you. If you're in a group setting and you want to do a lot of damage to a lot of enemies, hit this. This is going to increase your damage a lot, so it's going to increase yours and your group mates' weapon and spell damage by 300. As well as that, you're also going to be getting major protection, so it's going to reduce your incoming damage by 10% as well. So that's really nice for your overall tankiness. And then moving on to our champion points, finally, we're going to be using our blue slot bulls as Focused Mending, Mastered Arms, Untamed Aggression, Fighting Finesse. Our red slot bulls are going to be Sustained by Suffering, Survival Instincts, Pain's Refuge, and Celerity. Green Tree, the main things we really care about are Breakfall, Rationer, and Liquid Efficiency. And we're also going to be using tri potions on this build. As you can see, it's going to increase your resource sustain, because it's going to give you major intellect and major endurance, so it's going to increase your stam and magic recovery by 30%, as well as give you resources for your health, magic, and stam. But that's really the entire build in a nutshell. I really like it. The amount of damage that this thing does as a mag warden is really nice, and I felt this was a nice little different change than my usual MagDen build. I had a lot of fun on this. I really enjoyed playing this. I really hope that you guys enjoyed too. If you do like this kind of concept for this, I did change it up, and I really sped through this as much as possible because I just wanted to get it over with. That way you guys could just get this build as fast as possible. Let me know if you like me talking faster and just kind of going through it as fast as possible. Let me know if you like that. I would really appreciate that. But also a few last announcements before we end the video and get to the footage for this build. I am again streaming on YouTube 5 days a week, as well as Twitch. Come stop by. I usually start about 11 a.m. to 12 in the afternoon Eastern time. So guys, I would love to see you all there. Also, if you guys want to help me out a bunch, in the comments or in the description as well, I'm also going to have a link to my TikTok. If you guys do watch TikTok videos, I would highly appreciate it if you just went and followed me. I could also simultaneously stream on there once we get that to 1,000 followers. So if you guys want to do me that favor, I'd really appreciate that. I'm a little inconsistent at the moment with TikTok, but I'm trying to get better. So your follows would really mean a lot to me. I'd highly appreciate that. Also, if you're not following me on Twitch as well, please go follow me on Twitch. That link will be in the description as well. All those are really the main things that I've got going on that I'd really appreciate you guys following on. But that is it from me. No more talking. We're gonna get on with the footage for this build. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching until this point, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.